Nikita Khruschev was born during the time of the Tsarist Russia in one of the very poor villages in Ukraine. So it was in the Ukraine, or it was a part of the Tsarist Russia at that time, and to a very poor family. He was very poor, and all of his childhood he was working as a shepherd, taking care of the animals, and after that he went to together with his relatives, his family moved to city, and in the city he learned how to make a metal work, so that he became a worker. So then the Soviet Union started being established after the October Revolution time. There was opportunity, he became very active among the workers, and within a very short period he was able to become a very influential person in Ukraine. And from Ukraine, of course, he became influential also in Moscow, because Ukraine was a part of the Soviet Union, right? When the people were very successful in regional places, they were taken to Moscow. Yes. So he was very poor, right? He was not very much educated, but he was good in the metalworking, so he's the worker, and also he was also very much supporting Stalin when he was in the Ukraine. Stalin was making a lot of things against Ukrainian people, and also the killing them, and also making the hunger, and also poverty there. So famine also. So Khrushchev all the time was supporting Stalin there at that time, and maybe being loyal to Stalin helped him to become very influential within a very short period.
Next, as he was in the, the background, his background is military in that time.
Yes, indeed.
During the defense of Stalingrad from
okay, good. That one, yeah, I forgot to mention. That one, military. So it was during Soviet Union time. Also, all the time I say to my students, because for all men serving to the country, military serving is all compulsory for all men. So when the battle started during the Second World War time, he was defending Stalingrad, and all the time when he is talking about his biographies or writing, because when he was deposed, he was writing his memoirs, right? He was writing that how he was defending Stalingrad. Yes, it was common for all Russians. They all fought during the Second World War time. Second World War time. Second World War time. Second World War time. Second World War time.
Yeah.
So of course, during the battle time, he was all the time as a soldier and as a commander. He was supporting Soviet Union. And after that, when he became leader, he is the one who started building of the Berlin Wall, right? Differentiating and starting dividing Germany into two.
And how? His leadership during his time as the president of the Soviet Union.
As the general secretary of the Soviet Union. He came after the Stalin, right?
Yes.
Situation was very difficult. People were scared. People were in poverty. People were scared because Stalin killed millions of people. If the people were saying something, just the very simple thing against the government, just very simple, maybe saying, well, I don't know, what is Stalin is doing is right or wrong. This was enough to kill the person and all the entire family. Even for Muslims, for example, having only one piece of Quran at home was enough to kill entire family. So this was reality. And when the child was saying Bismillah in school, just saying Bismillah in school, it was enough for the officials, when they know about it, just invite father to the school and sending him to prison for it. So this was the time, during Stalin time, okay? When Stalin died, he wanted to become ruler. It was not the president at that time, it was not elected. People were appointing among a very small shura, we call the Politburo, or the committee, political committee of the Soviet Union. So he was not chosen, but there was a struggle among people. At the end, he became quite influential, and he was able to become the head of the state. And after the becoming the head of the state, he was supporting Stalin very much, right? What he said, he already started spreading all the weaknesses and the mistakes of Stalin. He was started openly and listening to people what the Stalin was doing wrong. So he was not very supportive of what Stalin was did. When Stalin died already, he started bringing more freedom to people. I mean, the people were not persecuted already, who were sent to the prisons during the Stalin time. The majority got the freedom during this time, and they were able to come out from the prisons. Especially during the Second World War time, many soldiers returned back, and they were sent to the prison also, without any charges, because they were afraid maybe the soldier was collaborating with Germans. So Stalin was suspicious about all people. Khrushchev gave more freedom to people, number one. Number two, also he tried to make agricultural reforms. And he is the one who went to America, United States, in it was the time of the Cold War, but still they were coming and visiting each other. In 1959 he went, and 1960, 2 times. When he went to USA, he saw all people are eating corn, the corn. So he liked it very much. What he said, he ordered the tons, the thousands or millions of the tons of the corn seed, and he demanded, he requested from all Soviet Union to plant only corn, no wheat, nothing. So no one was able to oppose him, because there is no democracy during Soviet Union time. You cannot say anything against him. So that there was then the corn was not able to grow, because Soviet Union people didn't know how to handle it, how to cultivate it. At the end, they were not able to get harvest, and there was famine in Russia. Then next year, they again started the planting and the cultivating wheat as the normal thing. So he tried many things. But what is interesting, he was open. I think 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 he was open. What did happen to him? He was deposed, right? Because people didn't like him very much. Maybe because of his critical view. And so he was deposed in the 1964, after ruling the Soviet Union for 11 years. He was deposed after that, and it was some kind of the coup, the hidden. He was having vacation somewhere, and when he was in vacation, Leonid Brezhnev, he decided to remove him. So he started talking to people and found some supporters for himself. And then the Brezhnev called him, asked him to return back, something very special to discuss. So he returned back, but in the airport, already KGB people were waiting for him, because KGB also went to the site of Brezhnev. So he was taken in the car to the this something like ministry, is the center to the building, and he was kept in secret until he said, "I am going to resign by myself, by myself, by myself, by myself, by myself."
And how was the religious life during the Khrushchev?
There was no religion.
There's no religion?
It was atheism. The
how was
state
the
established.
The places like a mosque, church?
They all were destroyed. Even before him, no any mosque stayed in Russia. All were destroyed by the order of the Soviet Union, by the government during the time of the Stalin time. So, azan, having mosques, having madrasa, studying, reading in Arabic, praying, fasting, wearing scarf, reading Quran, saying Bismillah, all of them was prohibited. If you are doing it, you are going to be killed or put in prison.
Is it specifically just for the Muslims, for Islam?
Mainly for Muslims, for the Jews also suffered, and the Christians too.
How about the Christian Orthodox?
Almost the same. Almost the same. It was atheism, total atheism. But for Muslims, it was more severe, because Muslims wanted to continue religion more, right? We cannot live separate religion from our life, because Islam is about our life. It is the for the entire life, not only inside of the mosque or not inside of the house.